Recipe notes for these chickpea bowls. Okay, as I mentioned ad nauseum in today's post, these were completely inspired by a HelloFresh meal that I had recently that I thought was kind of to die for. They were so good, but they're really easy to replicate. You don't need to have a subscription to a meal service to make like a classic chickpea bowl, and so I'm gonna lay out how I like to make them in today's recipe notes. Okay, for starters, the base of a great vegetarian bowl situation like this is usually a starch of some sort. And today we are making an incredibly flavorful basmati rice. But as I mentioned in the post, you could swap in another starch if you like. You could do couscous or Israeli couscous or even some sort of pasta if that strikes your fancy. But for my money, basmati rice is always a good option. You'll notice I have you start the whole dish by sauteing some onions and garlic in a little olive oil, and then we're going to add shawarma spice, which is a Middle Eastern spice blend typically used to help these amazing roasted meats that you see here spit roasting. You can buy this now in the spice aisle of your grocery store, or you can make your own, or you could substitute another spice blend that strikes your fancy. But I really love the shawarma spice blend, and I find that it actually works in a lot of different applications, so it's definitely worth picking up a bottle. And in addition to that, we are going to roast 3 different vegetables that are absolutely free to be riffed upon if you choose to do so. But we're doing sweet cherry tomatoes, some onions, chickpeas, and then I like to throw some lemon slices because they sort of perfume everything with a little bit of a citrus acid brightness. I'm almost to the point where I can't eat anything without some sort of fun sauce to bring it all together, and this is just a simple garlic yogurt, which is literally what it sounds like. It is garlic and it is yogurt. And then you can season it more if you like. Usually a little salt and pepper does the trick, but I find that it brings it all together, a little cool and creamy fat with all of these kind of simple, healthy flavors. Just makes for a really well-rounded bite and a meal that needs no meat whatsoever to be delicious. And just one more note on the yogurt. You can use any yogurt you like, just make sure it's plain. This is no time for like a vanilla or a blueberry yogurt. Plain yogurt is something I keep in my fridge all the time for sauces like this because it's really healthy. You can do just a plain regular yogurt or a Greek yogurt. There are plenty of vegan options. You could even use sour cream, creme fraiche, or mayonnaise if you want. Just make sure it's plain and not flavored. And that's all she wrote for today's recipe notes. I hope you guys make these chickpea bowls because they're awesome. You definitely don't need to subscribe to a meal service to make something like this. And if you give them a try, let me know. I love it. You guys are always kind of riffing on my recipes and making them your own, which is the entire joy of home cooking. I think seeing how recipes evolve and kind of fly out into the world is very cool for me. So feel free to reach out if you like. And with that, happy